Hello everyone, this is Nikhila Tippannavar from Arihant Arts, Commerce and Science Junior College, Bowdhan. Today we are going to learn a next topic in this chapter, biomolecules. In last video, we have seen what are biomolecules, what is meant by carbohydrates, classification of carbohydrates, what is glucose, preparation, properties and structure of glucose. In this video, we are going to learn optical isomerism in glucose. Then we will see the ring structure of glucose and its reducing nature. So let's start with optical isomerism in glucose. The structural formula of glucose shows that it contains 4 chiral carbon atoms. You have learned that every chiral carbon can have 2 distinct spatial arrangement of groups around it. In other words, 2 distinct configurations are possible for each of the 4 chiral carbons of glucose. Stereostructure of glucose is therefore out of several possible stereostructure of an aldohexose. On the basis of very elaborate chemical evidence and measurement of optical activity of various chemicals involved, Emil Fischer, a German Nobel laureate, determined the configuration of the 4 chiral carbons C2, C3, C4, C5 in glucose. So see this is the structure of glucose. It contains 4 chiral centers, the carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5 respectively. The carbon number 1, it is connected to only 3 different groups, therefore it is not a chiral center. Same with the case with carbon number 6. In carbon number 2, it has attached to 4 different groups. Same for carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5. So they all are asymmetric carbon and therefore we consider it as a chiral centers. So this is the structure of glucose. This is gluconic acid and this is saccharic acid. What is the difference between glucose and gluconic acid? It is the first aldehyde group, and in gluconic acid it is the COOH group, that is acid group, and in saccharic acid the CH2OH group is replaced by COOH. So both are COOH group in saccharic acid. Remember this much. Figure shows the Fischer projection formula of glucose. First figure indicates the Fischer projection formula of glucose. In second, gluconic acid, and third, it is saccharic acid. Glucose is an optically active compound and has its specific rotation mu20 equal to D plus 52.70. Due to its dextro rotation, glucose is also called as dextrose. Remember this, glucose whenever it is pass through that polarimeter, it will rotate the plane polarized light to the right hand side. So it is always dextro-rotatory. So we can call it as a dextrose. So remember this, glucose is always dextro-rotatory. The designation plus glucose or D-glucose imply the dextro-rotatory nature of glucose. Capital D glucose is another designation of glucose which is more common. This designation indicates the configuration of glucose rather than the sign of its optical rotation. So whenever we say plus glucose or small d glucose, it indicates the dextro-rotatory or levo-rotatory. If the substance is dextro-rotatory, that means if it rotates the plane polarized light to the right hand side, we will call it as a dextro-rotatory, and we will assign a plus sign to that substance or small d. And if it rotates the plane of polarized light to the left hand side, we will call it as a negative, we will indicate this by negative sign or small l. So remember, plus and small d or negative sign and small l, it indicates the rotation, that is optical rotation of that substance. And capital D and small capital L, they they both are another designation, and they indicates the stereochemistry of that molecule. Okay, so remember this: the capital D and small d, they are not at all related. Small d indicates its optical activity, while capital D indicates its stereochemistry. Okay. So see in this slide, we will see the capital D and capital L configuration system. The prefix D or L in the name of compound indicates relative configuration of a stereoisomer. It refers to a particular enantiomer of glyceraldehyde. Glyceraldehyde has one chiral carbon, C2, and exists as a two enantiomers. These are represented by two Fischer projection formulae. See in this figure, this is the structure of glyceraldehyde. It is a mirror image, so two isomers are possible, one chiral center, so two isomers are possible in case of glyceraldehyde. So in this case, the OH group, that is the chiral carbon, uh, the chiral carbon only it has one single carbon atom, and hydroxyl group is on the right hand side of in this structure. So we will give its or assign the D configuration, capital D. Okay, and if the OH group is on the left hand side, we will assign L configuration. Okay, this positive sign indicates it is dextrorotatory, and this negative sign indicates it is a levorotatory. You can use small d for positive sign and small l instead of negative sign. Okay, but this D indicates the position of hydroxyl group on the last carbon atom. So in this case, it is only one chiral center. So we will see the hydroxyl group is on right side. So we will assign a D configuration, capital D. And if it is on the left side, it will be L, capital L. Okay. Conventionally, plus glyceraldehyde is represented by the Fischer projection formula having OH group attached to C2 on the right side, and this configuration is denoted by a symbol capital D. Similarly, the configuration of negative glyceraldehyde is denoted by a symbol L. All the compounds which can be correlated by a series of chemical reactions plus glyceraldehyde are said to have D configuration, and the compounds which are chemically correlated to negative glyceraldehyde are said to have L configuration. This is a system of relative configuration of chiral compounds. So see in this case, a monosaccharide is assigned D or L configuration on the basis of configuration of the lowest chiral carbon in its Fischer projection. So we have seen for glyceraldehyde, it has only one chiral center. So the hydroxyl group attached to chiral center, it is on the right hand side. So we have assigned a D configuration. But in case of glucose, we will see the lowest chiral carbon atom. So lowest chiral carbon, which it is the carbon number 5. The OH group is on the right side. So we will assign a D. Okay. Now we will see the ring structure of glucose. On the basis of chemical evidence, stereostructure of D-glucose was represented by the Fischer projection formula. Glucose, however, was found to exhibit some more chemical properties which could not be explained on the basis of structure 1. It was necessary to write another structure for glucose which will explain all the properties. Ring structure of glucose fulfills this requirement. So see this is the structure number 1. So this is the basic structure, that middle structure is the basic structure of glucose. Now we will see how to draw the ring structure of glucose. Remember one trick, you just have to consider this is CHO, that is aldehyde group. So C double bond O and H. The double bond O may be on the left side or right hand side. If it is on the right hand side, you will get the first structure If it is on the left hand side, you will get the beta structure. Okay, so what will happen? This is aldehyde group C double bond OH. Okay, and this carbon has a partial positive charge, and the fifth carbon, it will connect, the oxygen is having lone pair of electron, it will attack on this carbon atom, the hydrogen group will uh, attaches to this first carbon atom, this double bond will break, it will convert it into single bond, oxygen will connect it to this hydrogen atom, and this oxygen, the fifth carbon which is having oxygen, it will connect directly to this first carbon. So we will get this ring like structure. This, see this, the fifth, the carbon, chiral carbon at position fifth, the OH group attached to this O group attaches directly to this carbon, and this double bond breaks, and this hydrogen will be consumed by this oxygen. Okay, so we will get HOH from this CHO. Second carbon will remain same, see this HOH. Third will also remain same, OHH. Fourth carbon will also remain same, HOH. And fifth, only H group is attached, as this O is used in a ring process, and H group is consumed by this double bond O group. Okay, so CH2 will CH2OH will remain same. So you will get the alpha D plus glucose. So at alpha represents the OH is on the right hand side. Okay, if the double bond is on the left hand side, what will happen? I will get a same mirror image on this side. See this, only first carbon is different, because if I consider the double bond group on left hand side, I will get only OH on the left hand side and H on right hand side, and all other structure from carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they will remain same as it is for alpha and beta, both the cases. Only in alpha case, hydroxyl group is on the right hand side, and in beta case, the hydroxyl group is on the left hand side. So remember this, no need to mug up these structures, you just have to remember this main structure of glucose. If you know the structure of glucose very well, you can directly attach this group, fifth carbon atom, to first carbon atom, and you will get this alpha and beta structures very easily. So practice this much, it will be very useful from the exam point of view, how to write the ring structure of glucose by using Fischer projection formulae. Okay. Glucose is found to have two cyclic structures which are in equilibrium with each other through the open structure in aqueous solution. So we have seen these two cyclic structures in the last this slide. Okay. The ring structure of glucose is formed by reaction between the formyl CHO group and the alcoholic OH group at carbon number 5. Thus, the ring structure is hemiacetal structure. The two hemiacetal structures differ only in the configuration of C1, the additional chiral center resulting from the ring closure. The two ring structures are called alpha and beta anomers of glucose, and C1 is called as anomeric carbon. So this structure only it differs in first carbon, and as we are connecting this ring, you are getting one more chiral center. This is at chiral number 1. In Fischer projection formula, the carbon number 1, it is not a chiral carbon, but in ring structure you are getting 5 chiral centers. Okay, so these are anomeric structure of each other, alpha and beta anomers of each other. Okay, and they only differs at carbon number 1, and that carbon number 1 is called as anomeric carbon. The ring of the cyclic structure of glucose contains 5 carbons and 1 oxygen. Thus, it is a 6-membered ring. It is called pyranose structure, in analogy with the 6-membered heterocyclic compound pyran. Hence, glucose is also called glycopyranose. Haworth formula is a better way than Fisher projection formula to represent structure of glycopyranose. In the Haworth formula, the pyranose ring is considered to be an perpendicular plane with respect to the plane of paper. The carbons and oxygen in the ring are in places as they appear. Hemiacetal group of glycopyranose structure is a potential aldehyde group. It imparts reducing properties to glucose. Thus, glucose gives positive Tollens test and positive Fehling test. So, this is a reducing nature of glucose. Now we will see representation of a fructose structure. Fructose, it is a levorotatory ketohexose. Fructose is also called levulose due to its levorotation. Mu20 is equal to minus 92.40. Being a mu hydroxy keto compound, fructose is a reducing sugar. So remember, fructose is always levorotatory. It will always rotate the plane of polarized light to the left hand side. So you can call it as a levulose. In free state, it exists as a mixture of fructopyranose and fructofuranose. In combined state, fructose is found in the form of fructofuranose ring structure. The name furanose is given by analogy with furon, a 5-membered heterocyclic compound. The figure shows representation of open chain structure of fructose and ring structure of mu and beta anomers of fructofuranose. Ring structure of fructose is a hemicatal. So this is the open structure of fructose. So in this case, what will happen? The second carbon is getting connected with fifth carbon. So you are getting a 2 isomers, same as in case of glucose. So you will get alpha and beta isomers for fructofuranose. Okay, and this is a ring structure in for fructose. So how will you write this ring structure? So start writing from first carbon. This is a CH2OH group and this is OH group. The left hand side you will write on above the plane and right hand side on the below the plane. So first carbon CH2OH, it is on left side, so you will get it in a ring structure above the plane, and OH on the right side, so you will write it below the plane. Then OHH, HOH, and lastly CH2OH and H. Okay, so and this oxygen will be at the center. So you will get one structure, one Haworth structure for alpha fructofuranose and second structure for beta fructofuranose. So these are the Haworth structures. So you can very well draw the structures, Haworth structures from this ring structures of fructose. Okay, you can try this for glucose also. I have not mentioned the Haworth structure for glucose, but you can try it at home and you will get this. Just practice it 2-3 times, so you will be able to draw this Haworth structures also. Okay, try this at home. Thank you.